Squid up?
No! Squid neutral!
Master procrastinator, last year of college. Procrastinating on my 3D animation senior project.
Wait, 3D? Oh yeah, Ditus. We sure look 3D.
Sen, please. Another explanation for another day, okay? Super stressed out. Only 24 hours left until the deadline. Only 2 hours of interval sleep scattered around the day, mostly during rendering. And I'm not gonna lie, it was probably the hardest I have ever worked in a single day. Energy drinks everywhere. I was dying, which allowed for a 2-hour power nap. And thus,
the sleep paralysis story begins.
My mind woke up and started to signal my body to rise up as if it's a normal average Joe day. And it was around 5 a.m. Then I noticed I couldn't move my body. Not even my fingers, my toes, my neck, everything. I also noticed that my eyelids were still fully closed, but yet I could still see right through them. I also noticed that I could still see behind me, as if I had eyes on the back of my head. I could see the whole room in 360. Eyelids still closed, by the way. And then I started thinking to myself, this must be that sleep paralysis thing that all these people keep talking about. And I was like, wow, this is actually kind of cool. Is this what it feels like? Then as time passes by, I think to myself, wait a second. Isn't this supposed to be like a scary experience or something? Like, isn't there supposed to be a monster that comes in and attacks you while you can't move or something? And then kapoosh! My wish was granted. A giant demon with horns taller than 8 feet appears in the corner of my bedroom. Using the eyes behind the back of my head, I can clearly see it just standing there menacingly from the distance. I'm like, dude, really? Did I really have to think like that? I was kind of angry at myself for imagining something like that because it was so scary. Have you ever seen that horror movie, VHS 2, where this giant minotaur-looking demon from hell comes out of a woman's stomach? Well, if you haven't, then good, because the movie is not good for the squeamish, if you know what I'm saying. But yes, that was what was chilling in the corner of my room. At this point, I obviously start to freak out. I try to summon every power I could to move any part of my body parts, but they weren't moving. I was basically a sack of potatoes, but a sack of potatoes that was well aware it was about to get eaten alive and dragged to hell. I could see it walking towards me slowly, and knowing how useless my body is, I scream, the most panic-inducing scream I probably have ever forced upon myself in my entire life. Only my mouth couldn't open, so it was just my thoughts that were screaming. Have you ever yelled a blood-curdling scream? A scream where you are fearing for your life so loud, but only in your mind, yet no one can hear you and not even yourself. Weirdest supernatural feeling in the world, I'll tell you that. I can't experience it anywhere else. I never even tried to scream as loud as I could in my mind. I don't know if I can now. Nope. I had roommates at the time, yet I wasn't making any sound, so they couldn't hear squid. As I see this abomination approaching closer and closer, I literally started crying for help. I scream in my head, "Help! Help me! Help me, somebody! Somebody, please! Help! Help! I can't move! Help!" Yes, that was the cry of someone who is about to die from a horror movie. You see those horror movies and they're about to get chopped up to pieces? That was me. I was screaming. I was helpless. I was going to die. Just end my life now. That's basically what my cry for help was. I was going to die. That's what I felt like. The creature is basically on top of me, and he's just staring down below on me. And I'm just like, I get the impression I'm already dead. And you know what? I was like, I'm going to scream at max. I started screaming at maximum power, but like in my head, so it was like more intense, you know? You know, this whole thing is funny because I'm well aware that I'm in sleep paralysis, but I still believe I'm gonna die, which is crazy. As I scream like a crying baby more and more, my jaw finally decides to feel movement. And then I let out a sound that comes out of my mouth that sounded like, kind of like, "Wah." Noticing how stupid it sounded, I immediately stopped. Thus, the demon disappeared, and I instantly regained control over my whole body. I sat up on my bed, and I was like, wow, so that just happened. And then, I just went back to completing my senior project.
Never again. Sleep paralysis, never again.
Okay, let's squid neutral. That was my first time having sleep paralysis in my whole entire life. And, you know, it was quite exciting, yet a terrifying experience. Wouldn't want it again, though. I had a friend who told me he had like he gets sleep paralysis like every week. And I'm like, dude, how do you deal with it? I was like, doesn't that terrify you or something? And then he explains, yeah, it's still scary, but I get used to it in a way. And I was just like, what? Like, I can't even describe exactly how he deals with it, but yeah, how about no? I feel bad for him, man. But one thing to take note is that I noticed that I probably only got the sleep paralysis because of my high stress that day. AKA the high stress of finishing my senior project that I've been working on for a full year to put the finishing touches in less than 24 hours. Another good reason I probably never get sleep paralysis is because I'm a pretty stress-free guy by nature, to be honest. But hey, maybe you scum might know a thing or two about this phenomenon. Also, I want to add, thank you guys for your amazing support. I truly mean it. You goddamn scum. Thank you. I'm really bad at this, but thank you. And yeah. I'll see you next time, you barnacle scum. And don't forget to follow my Twitter and Instagram or you die. Happy Halloween!
I thought it was your kid.